Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of I Don't Know What I'm Doing, and today we're back to square one. Mr. Blue Jay over here doesn't want to start for whatever reason. Let's see if we can figure it out quickly because we only got about 2 hours to work with this. I really gotta stop being this lazy. Damn. So, big concern. I was showing off my car to a friend of mine, and they asked me, does the car turn on? Normal question. I said, sure, the car turns on. It turns on fine every other time I try to turn it on. Why wouldn't it turn on now? Yeah, I tried to turn it on, and it's just cranking and cranking and cranking. Nothing. Step on the gas a few times. It seems to be the main resolution for most of this. Nope. It fired, and it maybe idled for 2 seconds, and then it died. And now it'll do the same thing, even if I try to bottle feed it. And this isn't pee, this is gas. It's just maybe from 2005, but it's gas, and it'll fire, but it won't stay on. So because of that, I am now having to figure out what's wrong with it. And I think I know what's wrong with it. And I'm going to explain to you guys my thought process on this, just in case you guys are using my videos for some kind of educational purpose, which I doubt. You guys shouldn't, because if you guys haven't read the name of the channel, I don't know what I'm doing. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing. I am winging it. YouTube University throughout the rest of this. Right? Cool. So let me show you my thought process. So, plenty of people have tried to explain this before, and I'm almost certain that they'll be better at explaining it than I am, but an engine is just a massive air pump. It just needs a spark to create an explosion in order to get itself going. So, the things you need to start your car: fuel, ignition, and air. Right? This is responsible for the fuel and air mixture. So we're talking about, if we're trying to get this car to start, this is where the majority of our fuel issues will lie. But this is a remanufactured carburetor. I don't want to believe that it's broken. However, I do have a fuel pump in here that's probably as old as the car, and that might be bad. So my thought process was, let me check for the things that are easiest. Spark. Spark can be measured with this. This cable jumps from a coil into the distributor, right? And actually, let me be a proper teacher and actually show you what it is that I'm talking about. So here's what we got going on. We have back here this blue thing over here. It's called the coil. That is what creates the spark. The spark then travels through this cable and goes to the center of the distributor cap. This distributor cap on the inside has a little spinning needle, and it hits the bottom of all of these things at a certain revolution. So if you step on the gas, revolutions accelerate, that little needle speeds up and it hits these a lot faster, causing the spark to jump to the spark plug a lot faster. So creates the spark, shares the spark, spark ignites with gas. So how did I figure out that this was fine and I can move on to fuel? I'll show you. What I want to show you is how to verify spark, remember? So this right here is the main cap, right? Let me show you a little bit closer. I'm not entirely sure that you might be able to see from there, but you can see that this middle gray part is exposed. That is the very center connector, right? So what we want to do is we want to keep this close enough to something that it's going to cause a jumping spark, right? So I am going to try to finesse this, and you're going to see at the top of that tower, where this bolt is, right about here, you're going to see the spark jumping just for a few seconds. Right? And hold it like that, and I should be able to get a spark to go. You saw that sparking? That's how you know that the electricity at least exists up to the point of the coil, right? So, how do we know the distributor isn't bad? So we're going to disconnect one of the spark plugs, like so. And we want something to probe, right? So let's get something like a screwdriver. We'll just take the screwdriver, we'll jam it into the middle part here, and what we'll do is we'll just set it right about there. Well, normally that's not supposed to happen, but the fact that it fired is crazy. So this engine will run on 5 cylinders, which is good to know. Anyways, all those things considered, this is how you check for spark, right? That's how I would check for spark. Because of that, I know that the spark is fine, so what I'm really thinking the problem is in the carburetor, because again, remanufactured, it could just be completely bad. I don't think it's sealing, because I do think I see some leaking happening at the bottom of it. If I'm gonna tighten it that way, if I'm gonna loosen it that way, so I gotta move this. Ooh, that was very loose. Whoa. I'm starting to think that this thing is fine. It was just loose. This is a loose carburetor. Hang on. If we tighten this and it works, I might not even put this up on YouTube. I might just go straight to TikTok, because this is ridiculous. All that heat, it might have just loosened up. And it might have never been anything. Ooh, careful. Don't roll it off now. Yeah, that's not good. Let's see. Maybe like that. It's still a little weird. Right there. Right there. Okay. Let's see if tightening down the carburetor makes any difference at all. You know, because why not? It might. Let's pour some of this fermented apple juice. Maybe just a little bit too much. Vice Grip says that's all right, so we're gonna listen to what he says. Okay, those things are plugged back in. The battery's plugged in. Let's give it a shot, shall we? The car lives. What is all this smoke? I don't know what all that smoke is, but the leaking stopped. Woohoo!